Valley last night for the final of the ultimate InterDominion, and what a magnificent night of racing it was. Something that I won't forget for a long time, and of course the highlight being the InterDominion itself, with the time trial of Scotch Notch, which we'll be showing you in just a moment, breaking the world record, and all in all a night of highlights at the Valley. In the first event, the 3-year-old Pacers handicap over 2,400 metres. The favourite here was the Bob Knight trained cable car. Let's pick up the action last night from Moonee Valley.
The 400-metre mark, and Wilbur still in front. It's Wilbur about a head in front of on the outside, Parlour Royal. Further out on the track, then running on pretty well, Waikari Thor and Sentiments coming right around the outside. Cable car is weaving his way through and blocked away. Docker Charlie, they turn for home. Wilbur about a metre in front of Parlour Royal. Docker Charlie, cable car can't get out from Waikari Thor. It's still Wilbur in front with about 50 metres to go. He's going to get the money, Wilbur. He'll lead, and he'll lead all the way and get the money by about 4 or 5 metres to Parlour Royal. Ahead away, third Waikari Thor from Docker Charlie.
And a clever drive by Brian Gath on Wilbur 11-4, Parlour Royal 15-1, Waikari Thor 12-1, and the favourite cable car didn't have a great deal of luck securing a run in the final stages at 2-1. In the MBA Stakes, the second race on the card over 2,400 metres, and the favourite here, Doja Bye-Bye, at 5-4.
Off the back of the 400, it's still Ombre Garçon going okay by 2 metres to Waddles Winger. 3 metres away, Garnet Bay, 3 wide boxing on. Doja Bye-Bye still can't get a run. Merrin's Choice now going forward 4 wide. Then Ira Move followed by Inralo Indemnity on the turn at the 220. Ombre Garçon flat 2 metres in front of Waddles Winger, followed by Merrin's Choice down the outside. Doja Bye-Bye can't get a run. Ombre Garçon pulling out plenty. It's 2 metres in front. Merrin's Choice is cutting it down rapidly. Waddles Winger boxing on. Doja Bye-Bye the fence, but Ombre Garçon leads all the way and scores 2.5 metres. Merrin's Choice, I reckon, second, and nose to Waddles Winger and a half head to Joe.
Ombre Garçon outlasting them at 4-1 from Merrin's Choice at 20s, Waddles Winger 7-1, and the favourite Doja Bye-Bye never saw daylight at any stage at 5-4. In the third, the free-for-all over 2,400 metres, here Camelot was the favourite at 2-1.
Racing, and Atani away quickly towards the outside. Raging Bull began fast. Man of the Moment eased back at the start and going out quickly. Carlight is up towards the lead when they settle down. Raging Bull has kept the lead, led by 2 metres to Carlight, and out 3 deep Atani. Man of the Moment got off the fence to be 1-1 on the early point from Tarina Bright on the inside. They're followed further back in the field now by Direct Kiwi. Going around them, parading 3 deep and following it up as Camelot. Further back in the field then Gallant Thor on the inside of Joy Boy. Raging Bull kept the lead around the turn. On the first occasion led 2 metres Atani, but Parading's getting up on the outside towards the lead. Dropping back on the fence as Carlight as they run down towards the judge with 2 laps to go. And the leader Raging Bull about 2 metres in front. Parading eases, and now Camelot goes around them. Camelot heading up towards the lead on the outside, and shortly afterwards Camelot got up into the death seat on the outside of Raging Bull going out of the straight. Over on the fence now, Carlight third on the inside of Parading, and now gets the 1-1 trail. They're followed over on the rail by Tarina Bright. Atani outside it, and around them 3 deep, taking off now Joy Boy. Then Gallant Thor from Man of the Moment went off the fence, and the length last of all Direct Kiwi. Heading down the back, they've gone a circuit, and it's Raging Bull joined by Camelot. The New Zealander now, Camelot, put its head in front. Raging Bull given a touch of the whip to try and get up on the inside, and now Camelot couldn't head him off. Raging Bull went through to lead a metre now to on the outside Camelot. Parading 1-1 and out 3 deep on the outside. Locked away is a Joy Boy. He's out on his own. He has to ease back now over on the inside Carlight. Then came Atani, 3 back on the outside of Tarina Bright, and they're followed by Man of the Moment. Over on the inside then Gallant Thor, and last of all off the back straight is Direct Kiwi. They've got about 1250 metres to go. Raging Bull led about a metre to Camelot the outside. Carlight third the fence, Parading outside him. Then Tarina Bright 3 back on the rail. Atani outside him. Gallant Thor is 4 back on the inside. Outside him came Man of the Moment as they run down towards the judge. They're followed by Direct Kiwi, and 2 lengths last of all is Joy Boy. They've got the bell, a lap to go, and Camelot on terms with the leader Raging Bull. They led by a length and a quarter Parading. In on the fence, still locked up as Carlight as they go into the final circuit. They're followed by Atani over on the inside, Tarina Bright. Man of the Moment 4 back on the outside of Gallant Thor. A length Direct Kiwi, and last of all is Joy Boy. Down the back, 750 out. Raging Bull still in front, about a long head to Camelot. He's doing it the hard way. Camelot on the outside. He's on turns with Raging Bull again when they run to the back with 600 to go. Parading's had a nice run for over a circuit on the outside of Carlight. Is locked away, and Atani pulls out 3 deep. Coming away from the fence now is Tarina Bright, and then starting to run on Man of the Moment. Gallant Thor went to the fence and then further back Direct Kiwi. At the 400 though, and the leader still on the inside is Raging Bull, about a metre in front of Camelite and a metre away. Atani's gone up 3 deep. Then Man of the Moment around parading, locked away as Carlight and pulled out very wide Direct Kiwi. About to turn, 300 to go. Raging Bull straightened up and Knight went for him now. He kicked about a metre and a half in front of Camelot. Man of the Moment, Atani down the outside, Direct Kiwi. It's still Raging Bull in front. Atani getting to him, and Man of the Moment sweeping at them on the outside with Direct Kiwi. Man of the Moment's grabbed the lead from Direct Kiwi near the line, and Man of the Moment gets up to win. He's won it ahead on the line. Direct Kiwi ahead away third. Here's Raging Bull, then Atani. Further back in the field, then Tarina Bright, followed by Gallant Thor. Back behind them, Camelot couldn't stick on from parading, and a long gap in the field just coming in. Absolute in the race is Joy Boy.
Man of the Moment breaking through for a well-deserved win at 4-1 from Direct Kiwi, the bolter at 33s, Raging Bull at 4-1, and the unplaced favourite was Camelot in race number 3. Then we came to the time trial, the InterDominion Trotters champion from last week, Scotch Notch, who'd raced over 3,300 metres in the InterDominion final. That was its third run in a week. And then trainer Graham Lang decided to run the horse in a time trial when nominations were called for a Trotters free-for-all last night, and everyone was scared off by Scotch Notch. So due to insufficient nominations, they scrapped that race and Scotch Notch time trial. Now, she had several records to beat, but the world record for a 1,000-metre track is 155.8, and that was held by a Swedish horse called The Onion. And last night, Scotch Notch certainly brought a few tears to people's eyes when she put up this magnificent performance to set a world mile record.
Now the trotter, the great trotter Scotch Notch, about to be joined by Rise Above, and they're heading towards the release point at the 1609. She goes through on the inside. We'll wait for the flag to effect the start, and she's on her way. Scotch Notch is away, and she's about a length and a half in front of Rise Above. Her personal best is 158.6, and she set that in the time trial here well over 2 years ago on the 13th of February 1983. And there she goes down the back. The first of the indicator lights will come up halfway around the top turn. That's when she starts to get to her first quarter, and she's got to beat that light to be inside her best of 158.6. She's moving towards the light now. Scotch Notch being kept along by Graham Lang, and there she goes through the lights. She's well inside her. Well inside her best of 158.6, and she runs 28.2 for the first quarter. 28.2 for the first quarter, and into the straight she comes. And the next light will come up just going out of the straight at the 800-metre pole, and that'll be the halfway mark, the half mile. Here she comes, this grand trotter, winner of the InterDominion in 83 and 85. She's out a length and a half in front. Rise Above working just off a wheel, and she's coming up towards the halfway mark now. The indicator light is just on the inside of her at the moment, and she's well inside that. She's a mile in front now. 57.7 for the first half mile. 57.7, and down the back this great trotting mare goes. Scotch Notch working along. Lang about to get busy on her now. She moved away about a length and a half to Rise Above, and down the back she goes. She's heading towards the three-quarter mark now. Scotch Notch trotting to perfection down the back, trying to beat the clock tonight here at Moonee Valley, and she's coming up towards the three-quarter mark as she starts to head off the back straight now. Scotch Notch still with a good lead. She comes around the top turn, and 126.4 at the three-quarter mark, 126.4. Here she comes to the home turn as the clock ticks over towards 135. She comes around the top bend. The pacemaker's on the outside of her, sitting back about 2 lengths, but it's Scotch Notch up the home straight. She's trying to race the clock. She's heading towards 144, 145, 146. She's still about a metre in front. Lang's throwing everything at this great mare. She's got to 150. Here she's heading towards the line. Can she break the record? She goes over the line in 155.6. A great run, 155.6, set by Scotch Notch.
And that time was a new world record, and I don't really think there are too many prettier sights in sport than to see a trotter at full flight. And congratulations to Graham Lang and Scotch Notch on the mile record at Moonee Valley last night. And as you could hear, it certainly had the big crowd cheering. Well, the fourth race on the card was the 4-year-old Classic, and this race was over 2,400 metres. And here the popular pick was Pebble Hanover at 9-4.
They go, and Kragendale's beaten them out from 3. Festival Summer away okay. Robert John on the outside, only a tiff was bird off early. Gangel's Hanover's up running 3rd or 4th early, but 3 wide. 4 wide is Teller and Tim from My Lord Louis Spider George. Corfu back 3rd last with Pebble Hanover, and like a percentage eased out to the rear. Off the back and the leader Kragendale by 3 metres. 2nd is Robert John without cover. Only a tiff on the leaders back in the 1-1 Festival Summer, and deep as Gangel's Hanover. Then a sulky's length away came My Lord Louis, the inside, a metre to Spider George. George. Teller and Tim deep on the track. Corfu racing one off the fence. Then Pebble Hanover at about 8 metres last of all, like a percentage. Down to the judge with 18.50 to go, and Craigendale by 2 metres. Robert John with no luck, nor is Gangel's Hanover trying to get around the outside, but it hasn't got the pace at the moment. Then only a tiff back on the inside, 2 metres away, Festival Summer. It's enjoying the run of the race. My Lord Louis back on the inside, 2 metres to Spider George. 4 metres Teller and Tim to the outside, Corfu. 4 then to Pebble Hanover, and 4 or 5 last of all is like a percentage. Into the back section of the track they travel, and with 1,500 to go, the leader Craigendale eased up, leads now 2 metres Gangel Hanover. It's got into the death, only a tiff on the leader's back. Now here's Pebble Hanover letting go from the rear. This is going to make them race again. Robert Johns had that 1-1 sit only momentarily from My Lord Louis, 2 metres back on the inside. The outer Festival Summer, Sulky's linked then to Teller and Tim. 2 metres away came Spider George, back now third last, Corfu the outside, and like a percentage last as they swing off the back. 11.50 to go, and the leader as they neared the corner, Craigendale by a metre. Pebble Hanover second. Sulky's length only a tiff, enjoying the run of the race on the leader's back, but pocketed from Gangel's Hanover. Then 3 back the inside, My Lord Louis, the outer Robert John, Teller and Tim a metre away the fence. The outside of it then came Festival Summer, and well back was like a percentage. Still last of all is Corfu, and Spider George in front of that as they crawl to the judge a lap out. 900 to go, and the leader Craigendale by a metre. Pebble Hanover is second, only a tiff pulling on the inside third. A metre further back then came on the outside Gangel's Hanover 1-1. Behind it Robert John the fence, My Lord Louis going all right, but it's bailed up badly. Festival Summer now comes out 3 deep to make its run. Teller and Tim off the fence. Then Spider George like a percentage, and Corfu still last. At the 6.50, the leader Craigendale joined now by Pebble Hanover. Only a tiff can't get out. Gangel's Hanover, Robert John 3 deep. My Lord Louis trying to get out from Festival Summer deep, not finding anything at the moment. Then Teller and Tim, Corfu still last with like a percentage, and Spider George around the outside. 400 to go, and Pebble Hanover drew 3 metres clear here of Craigendale, who's gone. Then the outside, Robert John, only a tiff, can't get out. Festival Summer, Teller and Tim, and then Spider George, My Lord Louis bailed up on the turn now, and Pebble Hanover shot away. He got out 10 metres to Craigendale, Robert John, then Teller and Tim. Down the outside, Festival Summer, but Pebble Hanover well clear. Robert John in second place, then Teller and Tim, Festival Summer and Corfu from a mile back, but Pebble Hanover wins easily by 10 metres on the line. It's close for second, Teller and Tim ahead in front of Robert John. Then Corfu with it, Festival Summer, only a tiff, Craigendale, My Lord Louis, Gangel's Hanover knocked up. Then like a percentage, and Spider George has run last.
And a very smart win by Pebble Hanover, 9-4 to Learn Tim, 15-1, and third placing going to Robert John at 7-1. We'll be back to take a look at the InterDominion Grand Final in just a moment.
If the Henry Bruce went backwards at the start and away fairly well. Crystal Glenmar and Out for Glory, but Springfield Raja with a great turn of speed crossed straight over and led comfortably now from Crystal Glenmar going out of the straight. Out for Glory has one off the fence, and they're followed out 3 deep by Cross Time. The leader was going fairly quick. Up on the inside with Our Lady Al. A length further back in the field, Enterprise 1.5 further back, Caramia Duplicity, and they're followed by LTI. And the last 2 Henry Bruce got up on the inside now, Thor LaBelle. They sweep down the back straight in the first occasion, and the leader Springfield Raja, he's out with a good lead down the back. He led by a length and a half in second place in Crystal Glenmar. Cross Time is caught in the breeze on the outside of Our Lady L, and now Out for Glory gets up to get the 1-1. A length further back, Enterprise, a length and a quarter, then Caramia Duplicity. Over on the inside of it is Henry Bruce, a length further back, LTI, and now pulled to the outside, Thor LaBelle is starting to make a run around the outside of the field as they come around the top turn. Coming around the top circle on this occasion again, they've gone a circuit, and the leader down on the inside is still Springfield Raja with over 2 laps to go. A length and a half, Crystal Glenmar. Our Lady L on the inside of Cross Time, and Thor LaBelle going up quickly on the outside, heading up towards the lead. Increases the tempo on Springfield Raja. Crystal Glenmar went off the fence, and Thor LaBelle has to continue that run. He'll get up into the death though, and at the judge now at 2 laps to go. Thor LaBelle worked up to the leader's wheel, and now Crystal Glenmar with a nice piece of driving got the 1-1. And Lady L went up on the inside behind the leader, and they're followed over on the inside by Cross Time. Further back in the field, Out for Glory, 3 pairs back on the outside of Henry Bruce. The next couple are Enterprise on the outside of LTI, and a length and a quarter last of all is Caramia Duplicity. Into the back straight they go, over a lap and a half from home, and Springfield Rajar on his own in front when Thor LaBelle dropped back. And down the back straight, Springfield Rajar about 6 metres in front of Our Lady L. They're followed by Thor LaBelle on the outside of Cross Time, a length then Crystal Glenmar. On the inside of it, Henry Bruce. The next couple are Out for Glory on the outside of LTI, a length Enterprise and a length and a quarter to Caramia Duplicity. They come off the back straight, about 1,300 to go, and the leader still Springfield Rajar over a length and a quarter in front. Our Lady L's had a nice run second, and then on the outside Thor LaBelle, outside Cross Time, a length for the back Crystal Glenmar. Henry Bruce 4 back the fence, LTI the fifth one back on the inside of Out for Glory. Enterprise starting a run 3 deep, and Caramia Duplicity quickly latches onto its back to get a run home. Coming towards the judge and the Consolation, they're coming for the bell, and the leader is still Springfield Rajar, but on the outside Enterprise has gone up quickly. Our Lady L came off the rail and pushed it out 3 deep. And at the judge a lap to go, Springfield Rajar 3 metres in front of Our Lady L. Enterprise is now caught out 3 deep and on the fence. Cross Time waiting for a run. Caramia Duplicity without any cover out 3 wide when Enterprise got into the 1-1. They're followed on the inside by Henry Bruce, and further back Thor LaBelle not going well from LTI. Pulled to the outside, Out for Glory behind Caramia Duplicity, and last of all Crystal Glenmar. Down the back 600 to go, Springfield Rajar's flat. Our Lady L quickly ranged up on the outside to join the leader, a length for the back. Enterprise coming home quickly. Then Cross Time back on the rail from Caramia Duplicity, and off the track Crystal Glenmar from a long way back from Henry Bruce. And then further back in the field was Out for Glory. Our Lady L at the 350 going much better than Springfield Rajar. Got a metre in front of the circle. They're 2 lengths in front of Enterprise, and then Out for Glory, Crystal Glenmar, and the other struggling from Henry Bruce and Cross Time. It's on the outside, Our Lady L putting its head in front, turning for home. Springfield Rajar fighting on. Then Enterprise, Crystal Glenmar and Caramia Duplicity. Our Lady L about a metre in front, but they're charging at it now. Enterprise, and on the outside Caramia Duplicity. Enterprise grabbed the lead from Caramia Duplicity, and it's a Kiwi victory coming up. It's Enterprise for the money. A metre on the line of Caramia Duplicity, a metre away third is Our Lady L. Henry Bruce close up from LTI. Springfield Rajar back on the rail, and wider out in the track then was Crystal Glenmar. A gap further back to Cross Time, Out for Glory, and Thor LaBelle the last one home.
And the 2 emergencies for the InterDominion, running first and second, Enterprise, Caramia Duplicity 9-4 each of 2, and Our Lady L third at 15-1. And so it came time for the big one, the InterDominion Grand Final of 1985, and drama before the start of the race when Preux Chevalier, who was going to start one of the shortest prize favourites in InterDominion history, was found to be suffering from a mild attack of colic, was inspected by the Harness Racing Board veterinary surgeons, eventually passed fit to run. Was he well enough to win? He certainly was. Let's have a look at the InterDominion Grand Final.
And away they go in the InterDominion Championship, and Village Kid away like a rocket out wide. He's going to lead them. Preux Chevalier has locked wheels with Wright, who was slowly away. Got down again now. But Village Kid led out of the straight from Gosh, followed then over on the inside by Toby Dwayne. Quite Famous settles in the 1-1 sit, and they're followed by Panion, who's got up 5th on the rails from Gamalite away well. Then Bundanoon about 6 metres to Game Oro, and Wright and a sulky's length to Preux Chevalier, who's last. Village Kid in front, and Lewis slowing them up now. He doesn't want to go fast. Quite Famous takes off round the outside and moves up into second placing, and they're followed by Toby Dwayne, and here's Preux Chevalier taking off from the rear. He's sprinting around them down the back straight. But Village Kid just the leader from Quite Famous, who's in the depth. 6 metres now to Preux Chevalier going up on the outside, 3 deep around Gosh and Toby Dwayne. 8 metres to Panyan from Gamalite. He's under the whip already to make him go as they sprinted. They're followed by Wright, Bundanoon, and last of all as they swing around the corner, Game Oro. At the end of a lap now, and Preux Chevalier continuing that run's gone around them and has taken the lead. The favourites hit the front at the end of a lap. Village Kid, the other West Australian, sitting behind him second. Quite Famous going in onto the rails third, and they're followed behind them by Toby Dwayne. Gosh is the first one out on the outside, and it was followed by Gamalite with Panion tucked in on the rails from right, and then came Bundanoon, and last of all Game Oro. Out of the straight towards the 1600, and the leader Preux Chevalier, a sulky's length of Village Kid. Again to Quite Famous, and again on the inside Toby Dwayne. Gosh leading the outside as Preux Chevalier's driver slows them up. Gamalite hard driven, trying to follow Gosh up, and they were followed then by Panyan. Next is Bundanoon being tapped up, and Game Oro on the outside of Wright. They're halfway in the InterDominion final, and the leader is Preux Chevalier. By a sulky's length, the Village Kid getting a good trail behind him from Gosh the outside in the breeze third. Then Quite Famous from Gamalite, hard driven on the outside of Toby Dwayne. Next in the field then is Bundanoon, and it was followed by Panyan. On the outside is Game Oro, and last is Wright, about 24 metres off the lead. Entering the straight now, and as they come down to get the bell, 1100 to go. It's Preux Chevalier, a sulky's length to Gosh.
Village Kid on its inside, and then a sulky's length to Gamelite. Back on the rails, Quite Famous, followed in by Bundanoon, Toby Dwayne, Game Oro, Pannion second last, and last at the bell is Right. 1 lap to go, and the hot favourite Per Chevalier, unbeaten through the series, led a sulky's length the Village Kid and Gosh together. In 4th placing is Quite Famous with on his outside Gamelite. Then Toby Dwayne badly boxed up. Next Bundanoon. Pannion pulled out 3 deep from Game Oro and Right. 700 to go into the back, and Per Chevalier under double wraps, 2 metres to Gosh, a metre to Village Kid, going easily but locked in. Now Gamelite pulled out 3 deep on the outside. Bundanoon and Pannion 4 and 5 wide, Quite Famous with nowhere to go. But Per Chevalier in front, and the driver Perkins has a look around. He's a sulky's length to Village Kid and Gosh together. Village Kid still looks his main danger, but he'll never let him out. They're followed by Gamelite on the outside of Quite Famous and Toby Dwayne. The rest look beaten. Per Chevalier headed around the turn, 2 metres to Gosh. Village Kid boxed up. Gamelite coming 3 deep. Game Oro 4 wide, but Per Chevalier clear in the straight. He pulls the whip on him. He's 2 or 3 metres in front. Game Oro coming down the outside. Village Kid trying to get out. Per Chevalier in front. Village Kid gets out too late, and Per Chevalier has won the InterDominion. 2 metres to Village Kid, and nose away third Game Oro. Then Toby Dwayne and Gamelite just behind them. Next is Gosh, followed by Quite Famous. Further back in the field is Right, Pannion, and Bundanoon is last to finish.
A true champion, Per Chevalier, the InterDominion winner at 2-1 on from Village Kid, a great effort at 5-1, and also a fine performance by the Victorian horse Game Oro at 100-1 in the grand final. In the last, the favourite here, Game Prince, at 9-4.
On the circle, Haughty Lord is grabbed by Cop Skipper. Then out 3 deep, Lindy Glenbar. Dark Dream has called it a day, and Ashley Knight is starting to join in with a long run. Ashley Knight off the track, 4 wide, is coming home well. Vic Air trying to get out. In the straight, Cop Skipper took the lead with Ashley Knight, the challenger, down the outside. It's Cop Skipper, the leader, 2 metres in front. Ashley Knight trying to peg it back, but Cop Skipper shot clear. He's home. Cop Skipper wins the last. He races away from Ashley Knight, Vic Air, and Cop Skipper's won at about 6 metres, Vic Air. A metre away, third Ashley Knight, had drifted out in front of
Teddy Daimler successful on Cobb Skipper at 11-4, Vic Air 7-1, Ashley Knight 3s, and the favourite Game Prince unplaced at 9-4. Doubles last night from the Valley, 9 and 12. The daily double paid $3.45. The extra double 2 and 11, $15.25, and the quadrella on 2, 8, 9 and 7 paid $34.80. That was harness racing at Moonee Valley on InterDominion night. Your commentators were Brian Martin, Brian Blackmore, Brian Markovic, and of course Bill Collins. That's all from World of Sport Replay. Stand by for World of Sport and Sandy Roberts. A big show coming up today and a big day of sport here on 7. Hope you can stay with us. All my gear from Maple Southland. See you next week.
World of Sport Replay was another 7 Sport presentation. Direct from the